This is the Lynwo T8 Smartwatch. This model supports the GSM network, so you can add a SIM card to it and make actual phone calls through the watch itself. And along with a 1.5-inch screen, it also incorporates a Sony 2.0 megapixel camera. So the first thing you notice when you take it out of the box is the rather large size. It comes in at a diameter of 46 millimeters and a thickness of 13 millimeters. So it is rather bulky and may look out of place on smaller wrists. The overall construction is a plastic and it is hollow here, and it does feel rather cheap and lightweight. The back is a simple plate, and underneath is the SIM card and MicroSD card holder, and the wrist strap is made of a silicone material. And overall the construction of the watch feels a little bit on the cheaper side. Now taking a closer look at the physical features, on the left hand side we have the microphone, a micro USB port, and a speaker. On the right hand side we have a power button, camera lens, and a dedicated camera button. Now we'll go ahead and turn this on, and you're greeted with a dial face here. And to get to the actual home screen you need to slide across the screen, but when you try to do that you end up changing the dial face type. If you slide along the bottom it does go to the home screen, but it's really finicky. Sometimes they'll change the dial face type and sometimes it will go into the home screen. It does seem to work better when you swipe on the bottom, but it does seem random and it's not intuitive at all. But once you get into the home screen, the response is nice and quick, and the slide gestures work normally. It's just the issue of getting to the actual home screen in the very beginning. So a quick look at the apps. The home screen has a quick access to a dialer with large buttons, contact list, and on the bottom left you can access your apps, but you can also use your standard slide-in gestures. First page has the dialer as seen on the home screen, has a messaging app where you can write messages and connect to your SIM card and get emails. It has your standard call logs and a remote notifier where you need to download a Bluetooth app, but unfortunately it wouldn't work with my iOS like other smartwatches, so I couldn't fully test this out. You also have a remote capture where you need to connect it to your Bluetooth, file manager, and image viewer. You need to insert a memory card and you can access those files. You have your basic settings for the watch. You also have a standard calendar app, along with the alarm and calculator with dimmed out buttons for some reason. It's kind of weird. I also have a sound recorder. You can connect to your Bluetooth to record that. Standard audio player, camera, and profiles to quickly set your sound settings. You also have your standard health apps, pedometer, sleep tracker, sedentary reminder. Quick response is just a QR code. And on the final page you have a browser, Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp that work in conjunction with the SIM card. And last but not least, on the right hand side is a camera lens. You can turn it on with the dedicated camera button. The specs say it's a Sony lens, but it's only 2.0 megapixels, so of course the quality is not going to be there. It does seem like a feature they added just to say that the smartwatch has a camera. I originally planned to test out more of the GSM capabilities by picking up a SIM card, but my first impressions of the watch aren't really that great, so unfortunately I decided to skip that this time around. So a quick rundown of the pros and cons. This is a GSM capable smartwatch and it is pretty cheap at around $20. It does offer plenty of features and apps, but the home screen control is a bit finicky and overall build quality is rather cheap, and the lack of iOS compatibility makes it tough to recommend for iPhone users. However, if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description below. Let me know what you think of this watch in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. As always, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more videos on random tech, gadgets, and hobbies.